Congratulations on taking action to increase your career confidence by downloading the Ultimate Career Checklist and by taking the time to watch this video. An email should be arriving in your inbox asking you to confirm that you want the checklist, and in the meantime, I'm going to walk you through the checklist. So just to remind you, I am Gwen Chappell, a Canadian Certified Counselor and ICF Certified Coach. As a career specialist and executive coach, I've worked with many clients whose lack of confidence stopped them from getting what they want. And I've experienced that lack of confidence myself, and I don't want it to happen to you. That's why I'm designing a program or a series of programs that will help people get past challenges so that they can live up to their full potential and create the life and the career that they want. Now, if you've already seen the video, What is Confidence and How Much Do You Really Need? You already know that confidence, according to Thomas Chomero-Przewózek, is a combination of competence and certainty or conviction. So I'm always on the lookout for ways to become more competent. And one of the ways to become more competent is to improve your learning and retention. And one way to do that is to identify your objective. So I'd like you to think about that for a few seconds. What do you want to get out of watching this video? By the way, that video, What is Confidence, explains the context for my approach to confidence. So if you haven't had a chance to see that video, you might want to take a few minutes to watch it. It might make the rest of this video more meaningful for you. The link to it should be on the website, probably on the same page as this video. So my intention is that by the time you finish this video, you should have a sense of the steps you need to take to develop your ultimate career confidence. Now, as I explained in What is Confidence, your ultimate confidence begins with congruent confidence, a combination of the authentic you and realistic confidence. Congruent confidence is based on who you are and what you want. Sorry, that should be the authentic you is based on who you are and what you want, what your strengths are. And your understanding of the authentic you will develop and grow over time, so that ideally you grow more and more into your full self and develop your skills and develop your full potential over time. Realistic confidence is your certainty of your competence. So you are both competent and you know exactly how competent you are. So you need to learn how to accurately evaluate your competence. Now, I believe that congruent confidence, the combination of the authentic you and the realistic assessment of your competence and developing your abilities, knowing your authentic self, is the true path to success. It's an ongoing process of growing and changing and becoming more and more of yourself and finding more joy and more meaning in your work and your life and creating the life that you really want. It's creating an abundance of satisfying experiences and meaningful accomplishments. So the ultimate confidence is something that I believe happens over time. So it's that you are being yourself, an authentic you, and you have realistic confidence, and you're congruent with your actions are congruent with who you are and what you want, and then you are willing to take experiments and develop experience, and you will be willing, and you probably will make mistakes, and of course you will, because that's how you learn. So it's a process of experimentation and developing and gaining experience, and that is why that is your ultimate confidence. So I can't promise you ultimate confidence tomorrow. It's kind of a lifelong journey to develop that ultimate confidence. But interestingly, all these things that we've been talking about, being authentic you, and other things that I'm going to talk about in the checklist, are really things that are keep showing up in the research that I've read about becoming a leader. So this, and even if you only want to become a leader in your own life, this is very useful information. So the first step in the ultimate career confidence checklist is to start discovering the authentic you. And to do that, you have to begin by owning your own power. You are the CEO of your own life. You're in charge. This can sometimes be a bit tricky to remember when you have multiple roles and responsibilities, but it is especially important no matter what role that you have in life. So learning how to cultivate and maintain your own sense of self and responsibility to yourself while at the same time managing your multiple responsibilities and roles is one of the challenges that I think a lot of people, especially women, need to learn. I'd really be interested in hearing your experiences and your thoughts about this in a survey if you would like to tell me. Now, to continue with our checklist and our exploration of who you are and what you want, you've got to envision your ideal future. Set aside your current reality and allow yourself to dream big. If you had all the confidence you needed, what would your life be like? What would you be doing? What would you be feeling? What would you have in your life that you don't have now? And why would you want this? What would be the bigger purpose? What would be your impact? Now, once you know what you want, you've got to figure out how to make it a reality. So you've got to design a plan. What do you want to focus on first? You might want to focus on a goal related directly to developing more confidence, such as learning to manage your nerves when giving a presentation or speaking up. Or you might choose to do something much bigger. Or if you want to simply practice setting and achieving goals, you can pick a smaller goal, perhaps learning a new skill like playing the guitar or the piano. Once you have decided what your first goal will be, then you'll need to design a plan to get you there. And then, once you have a plan, you'll need to implement it. You'll need to work your plan. Schedule the time to accomplish the steps, gather your resources, find ways to keep yourself accountable and motivated, and celebrate your progress. Then, as you work your way through this, you will need to mind your motivation or your mindset. Often people lose motivation after their initial enthusiasm, and you'll need to find ways to remind yourself why you wanted to increase your confidence or undertake any of these other goals that will in turn increase your confidence. Remember to celebrate your wins. This is where having a coach, an accountability partner, a community of like-minded people can really support your growth, sorry. And it would support your group too if you were in the group. And I encourage you to find ways to connect with other heart-centered professional women who really want to increase their confidence. Now, along the way, you will be discovering your strengths. Confidence, as we know, is the combination of competence and conviction or certainty, knowing that you can accomplish a task on demand. But it's much easier to develop competence in areas where you have natural strengths. And you will probably enjoy using these skills much more than you would in areas where you have to struggle. So find ways to discover and develop your strengths. And the strength, by the way, is not just the ability to do something, but it's also something that you value and hopefully enjoy. And sometimes you're so good at something that you don't even realize that it's a strength. You assume that everyone can do this, and you tend to actually overlook it. You don't even know it's a strength. And that's where it's helpful to get input from somebody else, from friends or from colleagues who know you well. And it's best if you can find a way to do that anonymously, because most of our friends are going to be very supportive, and they're not going to be perhaps as forthcoming as they might be if they're trying to convince somebody else about your strengths. So Oh, and we know that these strengths are not just capabilities, but they're also values and emotional qualities. We know that emotional intelligence, how we manage ourselves and our relationships, is much more important than intelligence that in determining our success. So be on the lookout for your strengths. And then over time, you'll develop your abilities. Develop your competence in areas that are important to you and to your success, as you define success, however you define success. What do you want to learn to do at what level? How will you know when you have reached the level that you're satisfied? How can you prove your competence to yourself? That's what this step is all about. Now, once you know that you want to focus on a specific area, you still need to know that you can perform that, uh, the tasks necessary to succeed at that area reliably and consistently, even before an audience. If you're a little nervous before a presentation, then you need to rethink this. You need to embrace that nervousness and reframe it as performance energy. Experiment to find just the right amount of energy to perform at your best. And finally, you want to, sorry, I missed that slide. Finally, you want to project confidence. You may not always feel confident, but this is where you might want to hide your insecurities. Every high achiever feels nervousness. Maybe I should say, even high achievers will feel anxiety and nervousness before before a big task. And in fact, that nervousness or anxiety might actually be part of the reason why people are high achievers. So it's not so much getting rid of the feeling of eliminating all feelings of anxiety, it's just knowing what to do with it and knowing that that is actually a positive thing, that you can harness that anxiety to help you get what you want. So that's the process of developing your ultimate confidence based on your congruent confidence, the authentic you, and a realistic evaluation of your skills and abilities. Over time, as you experiment and gain experience, you'll develop your ultimate confidence. And as I said before, I really want to help you do that. And my hope is to develop a program that really addresses any challenges that undermine confidence and stop people from growing into their strengths and creating the success that they want. But I really do need, or would really appreciate your help and need your advice. I know I can do a lot of reading a lot of research and consulting with experts, but really I want to know what real live people are thinking and feeling. So I need your advice. I need to know if I'm on the right track. So I would love it if you would take a couple of minutes to complete the survey if you haven't already. It's only 2 questions long, plus optional places for you to make comments and a few demographic questions, which are all optional. It's only the 2 questions. It would really help me design a program that will help overcome a lack of confidence, and I really appreciate it. You don't have to complete the survey to get your checklist. It should be on its way, and I hope, at least I hope it's on its way. It's a plan that it will be. I hope you found the video and checklist helpful. And if you didn't, please let me know. There's a place in the survey to make comments, so let me know how I'm doing. My intention is to serve you as best I can, and I really appreciate your help in doing that. I'm Gwen Chappell, and I hope this video helps you create success your way, the success that you define, that you desire, and that you deserve. All the best.